Honestly, I'm just really excited for fries. I'll try it like this, and if I don't like it, I'll move it. This one will be good here though. Obviously, quarantine and self-isolation has thrown a big wrench into my training plans. I was training for some lofty goals outside in the spring and summer, and I'm still trying to train for them as best I can. It's obviously a lot more difficult with so many gyms being closed. It's definitely changed the way that I train and changed the way that I approach training. I feel pretty lucky that we have the Peanut Lab, and that even if it's not the best home board, I do have a small home systems board that I can use to train in an area that I can do conditioning training. I'm on a Lattice premium plan right now. I've been working with Lattice Training for almost 3 months. They've been super helpful. It's been great for me to have that consistency and that structure in my training. It's awesome to have a dedicated coach that works with me, that works with my climbing goals, my training goals, any injuries that I've had.
A couple of weeks ago, I started my Lattice training program, and I started the Light Plan, so it essentially allows me to have more structure in my training program without a designated coach, but it allows me to have my weeks laid out for me, and I know exactly what my specific workouts are that they've built for me.
I pulled my A4 pulley in my ring finger on my left hand probably almost 8 or 9 weeks ago at this point. And that's been great because I was able to send my coach an email and she immediately adjusted my plan to include finger recovery exercises, to eventually include hangboarding slowly and starting back up to build some strength in my finger. So it's been awesome to have somebody that can just adjust my plan quickly and really work with what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are, and working towards my climbing goals. Getting pretty mundane, same holds. I'm constantly pulling the same moves, but I took the opportunity to work on technique, work on my footwork, and just climb. Ben's on the roof again. Lattice has changed all of their premium plans. Anybody on a premium plan automatically had their plan altered because almost every gym across the world is closed right now, to include basically only what people had access to at home, and to modify certain workouts that can be done on a fingerboard or that can be done with a TRX or rings to replicate the workouts that I would otherwise be doing on a bouldering wall. Obviously that's not ideal. Nothing really can substitute for on the wall time, but it's the best that I can do right now, and it's the best that they can do, and it's made a huge, huge, huge change in my climbing.
I played AAA baseball growing up, and I kind of hit my peak training years between grade 9 and grade 11, and after that kind of just fell off the table for many years. And I think the whole COVID-19 situation and being at home has really allowed me to settle into this Lattice program, and it's enabled me to work on all of my little weaknesses in my fitness abilities right now and continue to push forward in my power and strength and climbing and moving towards some goals that I've had moving into 2020. Due to the current situation with COVID-19, and we've been in self-isolation for the last couple of weeks, and it looks like we'll be asked to stay home for the next indefinite period of time, it's allowed me to work on the weaknesses that I have in my fitness. And the two main things that surface are finger strength as well as core. So having the Peanut Lab here and hangboards and different variations of tools has been allowing me to really work on my finger strength, and I've been doing it about 2 days a week. Maybe we'll ramp it up to 3 days a week as my fingers get stronger, and also increase my core strength. Julia has this philosophy, and it's really simple. There's no such thing as too much core.
There's never enough core. If you fall off of a climb, you just need to core up more. It's literally just that simple sometimes. Just core. You just need more core. Happens all the time. I fall off of, especially like low climbs or sit starts. If I fall off, it's because I don't have enough core. I'm not coring up enough. And I tell Ian that all the time. He falls off and I'm just like, you're not coring up. use more core. It's always that simple.
I kind of laugh when I say that out loud because it's true. Julia has an incredible core strength and she can do things that I imagine of doing. So having a variation of things I do on the floor and things I do from a hanging position, I've already started to see some improvements in the last couple of weeks, literally just in the fact that I can do certain exercises that I never thought I could do before. So that's really cool. I'm really proud of that. I think that's a good momentum in these last couple of weeks, and continuing forward is allowing me to really settle into that routine.
Prior to coronavirus breaking out in North America, when I had classes every week, when I was in class or teaching, I didn't have a ton of time that I could dedicate to training. So a lot of times I had to pick and choose between either climbing for fun and training, or climbing training on the wall and climbing training off the wall, or things like flexibility and mobility were neglected because I didn't have that much time to train. So one of the nice things that's come out of this is just the increased amount of time that I have to train. And because my classes are online for the rest of the year, especially in April, where I only have classes on average 2 days a week, rather than spending that time driving back to and from Kingston, I can just train. And because we have the Peanut Lab, I just go to the garage and I can train for as long as I want, and I can dedicate that time to training, which has been really nice.